against the bed frame. But okay, so I decided that I want to make like a little ASMR video. Because it is 2 in the morning and I'm really bored. I don't have a microphone or anything, and yeah, so oh my god, I'm so sorry, hold on. What is going on? Okay. Anyways, I have this necklace. It's got a cross. I'm not religious, but I got this when I was on Erasmus in Valencia, or my friend got it for me, because at that point I was already out of the money that was given to us, and she was kind enough to get it for me. She got me a lot of things on that trip. This specifically we got at this like little market thing. And I don't remember how much it was. She got me a couple things along with this one. And she also got me a wedding dress from a thrift store. I'm not married. I joke that I will marry her and that, but okay. I am not sure I'm a big fan of how it sounds, but it's not too bad. I also have my old hairbrush because I forgot the new one at my parents' house. It's got my hair in it and stuff. I didn't clean it. I'm so sorry. I didn't see. Recently I bleached a few strands of my hair here. I want it to be white, but the ends are yellowish since I had black box dyeing a long time ago. By a long time, I mean like half a year. Hasn't all grown out yet. Oh. Okay. I really hope it's not too loud. I should probably be whispering and stuff, but I don't know. I personally prefer it when people do like really soft spoken voice instead of whispering. Sometimes when like that little that rasp comes in, it's really pleasant. I don't have makeup on or anything because it's 2 in the morning. But oh sorry, hold on. Okay. I also have hair cutting scissors with me because I cut hair. I cut my hair. I cut other people's hair. I don't have a license or anything. I'm not a hairdresser. I just know how to cut hair because of years of experience. I'm sure you've seen me with different haircuts. All of them, everything was always done by me. I do my own hair have been for a while now. The last time I went to a hairdresser, I think she made me ginger, like really bright orange hair. That was 2 years ago, 3 this year. So, and even when I was going to the hairdresser sometimes, I would still do my own hair as well. So sometimes I'd come into the salon. She's my aunt, for context. And it would be something completely different than what I left with the last time I came there. You know, hair. Should I do a little roleplay? I don't know. But, hair speaks to me. I know what it wants. To be fair, I don't think I'd be able to do like a professional, like normal haircut. Like, I don't know, I wouldn't be able to take someone with completely straight long hair and just give them like a trim. No, I would be. Who am I fooling? Of course I would be. But, you know, like, I don't think hairdressers know what they're doing to 100% either. You know? Everyone's hair is really different. And it just kind of, you know, really depends. These scissors I got in, I don't remember if it was Italy or Spain. I think it was Valencia. There was like a corner shop owned by an old Asian guy. And it had like everything, including haircutting scissors. I owned a pair for left-handed people beforehand, but I lost them. I'm not left-handed. I'd accidentally bought scissors for left-handed people. I'm gonna save the best for last, at least in my opinion, the best. And I'm gonna take a remote right now. There's still one item that I prepared. But this is a remote, clearly. And it is for a TV that I have unplugged because I don't watch TV. No idea how long I've been recording for. Oh, 9 minutes. I saw where I can see. And also, I keep smiling like an idiot because, I don't know, it's like instinct at this point. Whenever I'm being recorded or that, you know that I'm being filmed, I start smiling because I need to for work. I can bet every person seeing this and hearing me say this, $5 that you wouldn't guess where I work. Guess a number. Pick a number. get it? Did you get it? Okay, I'm gonna think of another number. And you have to pick it. Three. Can you hear it? Can you hear that I'm clicking it? I have no idea. Okay, let's do it one more time. Thinking of a number. 0. Let's watch something. Let's watch. I don't know how remotes work. I don't watch TV. I was gonna. The only buttons that I've used are these two and the volume buttons, and obviously the turn on and off button, which were a shortcut to Netflix when I had Netflix, and the home button to turn on Spotify, and then to turn this off. And I wanted to be like, okay, let's turn on, and I realized I have no idea how to even refer to like these things. When I was a kid, I watched TV a little more often, the children's channels and stuff. I remember watching cartoons when I couldn't sleep. I've had issues with falling asleep all my life. And recently also staying asleep. Let's dissect this remote. What's inside of it? Oh, batteries. We're spinning them. I shouldn't. I'm gonna stop messing around with it in case I break it. That was really loud. I'm so sorry. I can't close it. I'm gonna take it a little further away. Oh, I did. I don't know. I'm so sorry. That was really loud. I have stickers. I'm scratching my bed. I don't really sleep on a bed. I sleep on a couch. And I don't have a mattress. I have 2 blankets that I have folded up under myself. Okay. And I have an old phone case of mine. You can tell it's old because the clear parts are yellow, and I have a sticker here and it's covered in paint from, I think I remember from where this was. This was last spring. I was on this sort of, I don't know what to call it. Sorry. It was like an event hosted by a bunch of artists for young artists. And since I'm in art school, my painting teacher picked me and a couple other girls from my class. And we all went to this place in the middle of nowhere. And we were given these huge mediums to work on. We had to make one giant painting. Had a theme and everything of like a local artist. I didn't win. I don't remember who did. But a classmate of mine, someone bought her painting. Personally, her painting wasn't like one of my favorites. It wasn't bad though. I don't think she'd be offended if she saw this and knew that I said this. I just kind of found it a little, I don't know. I mean, the way she came up with the idea was really nice. But to each their own. She's pretty good though. I like her as a person. She's really smart. I know I posted an ASMR video once, a while ago, a year ago. I don't remember what it would sound like. I just know I found it really funny. I was doing it ironically, but I listen to ASMR a lot. I mentioned earlier that I have trouble falling asleep and it sometimes really helps me, but I don't really get tingles personally. Really rarely. I also like to listen to people talk. For a while there was one person who he was making these hour-long, just reposting streams, I think, of Minecraft videos. And his voice, he was just speaking in this really calm voice. And he would just yap about things, and somehow for a really good while it would just knock me straight out. And he had like a series of the Minecraft videos, and I think I've watched all of them from A to Z at this point, from how much I used to turn on the hour-long videos just to listen for a couple of minutes and fall asleep. I mean, sometimes it wasn't a couple minutes, sometimes it was like half an hour. Really depends on how bad my insomnia was that night. Recently I put him on again, and I don't remember how quickly I fell asleep, but I think I was out really quickly. He focuses on making videos for sleep. I'm not sure if I should like say the name or not. I don't know. But if for some reason someone's watching and is curious and want to know, then I'll see. I see every comment, so really I don't get them often, or not that my videos are really seen often, and I prefer it that way. I've had a few videos get more interaction and stuff, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I mean, it's kind of funny, I guess, but also it makes me feel strange. There was a person a year ago. This was when I posted a bit more often with whatever thought I had and the things I wanted to talk about, just ramble. And they would send paragraphs and paragraphs about how I should be hospitalized. Which, okay. They were nice about it, but their comments randomly disappeared one day. Which I find really strange. I didn't imagine it though. There's a person who had mentioned them in a different comment. You know what? This was supposed to be the last thing, but I find this so fun. Hold on. I have a book. This is Murakami, Kafka by the Shore. I have not read it yet. As you can tell, that the spine of the book is clearly very clean and nice. I haven't even started it yet. I have a bunch of books, a lot of them unfinished. Let's read some of it. I don't know how long I'm gonna make this video, but The Boy Named Crow. So you're all set for money then? The boy named Crow asks in his characteristically sluggish voice, the kind of voice you have when you've just woken up and your mouth still feels heavy and dull. But he's just pretending. He's totally awake, as always. I nod. How much? I reviewed the numbers in my head. Close to 400,000 yen in cash, plus some money I can get from an ATM. I know it's not a lot, but it should be enough for the time being. Not bad, the boy named Crow says. For the time being. I give him another nod. I'm guessing this isn't Christmas money from Santa Claus. Yeah, you're right, I reply. Crow smirks and looks around. I imagine you started out by riffling drawers, am I right? I don't say anything. He knows whose money we're talking about, so there's no need for any long-winded interrogations. He's just giving me a hard time. No matter, Crow says. You really need this money, and you're going to get it. Beg, borrow, or steal. It's your father's money, so who cares, right? Get your hands on that much, and you should be able to make it. For the time being. What's the plan after it's all gone? Money isn't like mushrooms in a forest. It doesn't just pop up on its own, you know? You'll need to eat, a place to sleep. One day you're going to run out. I'll think about that when the time comes, I say. When the time comes. Crow repeats, as if weighing these words in his hand. I nod. Like by getting a job or something? Maybe, I say. Crow shakes his head. You know you've got a lot to learn about this world. Listen, what kind of a job could a 15-year-old kid get in some far-off place he's never been to before? Haven't even finished junior high. Who do you think is going to hire you? I blush a little. It doesn't take much to make me blush. It doesn't take much to make me blush. Forget it, he says. You're just starting out and I shouldn't lay all this depressing stuff on you. You've already decided what you're going to do, and that's all that's left. And all that's left is to set the wheels in motion. I mean, it's your life. Basically, you have to go with what you think is right. That's right. When all is said and done, it is my life. I'll tell you one thing, though. You're going to have to get a lot tougher if you want to make it. Trying my best, I say. I'm sure you are, Crow says. These last few years, you've grown a lot stronger. I've got to hand it to you. I nod again. But let's face it, you're only 15. Crow goes on. Your life's just begun, and there's a ton of things out in the world you've never laid eyes on. Things you could never imagine. Things you never could imagine. As always, we're sitting beside each other on the old sofa in my father's study. Crow loves to study in all the little objects scattered around there. Now he's toying with a B-shaped glass paperweight. If my father was at home, you can bet Crow would never go anywhere near it. I'm gonna stop with that. I'm a little intrigued, but I can't read too much of it because I still need to finish the other book by Murakami that I haven't finished, which I'm gonna try to get out of my bed as quietly as I can and grab the few books that I have. I have one hardback book that I didn't take with me because I feared that would end up being really loud to take it out the shelf, whatever, but I have this book here, which is The Years and Between the Acts by Virginia Woolf. I started it and I got, oh my god, oh, the bookmark that I had is a drawing of me and my friend. Oh my god. I wrote her name and added Sigma to it. And it's like me saying I got banned for terrorism. She's responding with eh. So I'm not gonna show it up close, but it's really old, but it's so cute. Okay, so I got this far in the book. This is what I've read. And then I got bored. I was reading The Years specifically, so I think I got through most of The Years. The Years and oh, there. Never mind, I was not even halfway through. I was almost halfway. And it's like what, 40% through the book, and then this is all between the acts. Should probably started with that, but it's all soft cover. This one too. This is The City and Its Uncertain Walls, so by Murakami. Here I did get over halfway. This is all I read in the book until I didn't have the time to read anymore. There's like lines from where I've been like folding the book. I don't know if you can see a little bit. No matter. That was loud, I'm so sorry. Mind you, I don't think I will be editing this, so there might be a few really loud noises, and there's nothing I can do about that. The bookmark that I have here is the boarding pass that is stained with something. But I got this book in an airport when we were flying to Valencia. We were flying with like between different airports, and in one of them, which country was it? I think it was the Netherlands. I'm not sure. But in there, I got this book. On the other side of the boarding pass, I was writing something in Japanese really sloppily because I just needed to get something down I think, and I couldn't find anything, so I just used the boarding pass that I was using as a bookmark. This book, the story, is genuinely really captivating, and I came up with different metaphors from it. The story is basically, oh my god, I haven't read this in a couple months, okay? I left it untouched. I haven't read in a couple months because oh my god, I genuinely haven't had the time to do anything. And the story was like, it started with these two teenagers, a girl and a boy, and they met in some essay writing competition where I don't remember which one of them got the first place and which one got the second, but after that they exchanged letters with each other and gradually fell in love until, and the girl, she would talk about this like town somewhere, no one knows where, and it was like really peculiar is the best way to put it. And then she just disappears one day. She stops responding to his letters and she stops sending letters. The last letter she sent had like a cliffhanger. She was like, oh, I had this dream and you were in it. And I think the dream was like a little strange, like a little erotic, but I could be remembering wrong. And it wasn't made weird so far, in as much as I've read by Murakami's works. I haven't seen any like yeah, there's like mentions of explicit stuff and whatnot, but it's never been made like strange, at least not that I've seen. It's just like presented as something that happens to people, which is true. And she goes missing, and the boy, he spends I think I'm getting the story a little mixed up. Hold on. I don't know, but basically he ends up in the town. And in the town there's like this gatekeeper and everyone just does their own thing, and it's like just calm and, you know, kind of like feels like they're all brainwashed. And there's this gatekeeper and these magical like animals, horned animals, unicorns, that live there, and the gatekeeper, he like lets in and lets them out and stuff. And for the guy, when he came there, he removed his shadow and the shadow would die. But spoiler warning now, okay? Like, you know, in case you want to read this book, maybe I shouldn't explain the whole story. That, I mean, I don't know the ending yet, so, but I did get pretty far off in the book. In that town, the girl lives there. She is there, but she doesn't remember him, and she's still like, how old were they? Like, she's still like 16, but, after she goes missing, basically he went up to his 40s, you know, like he just lived his life until he got into the town. There wasn't no romance anymore when he was in the town. She was 16, but he was 40, by the way. And he eventually left the town with his shadow. And then he got a job, so he moved away completely, like far away, and got a job at a library. And the owner of the library, he was dead. Which is a massive spoiler, honestly. But to be honest, I had suspected he was strange. He was either like from the town or something, like he wasn't human or something like that. Because he didn't have a shadow. And his clock didn't move. His watch. And I don't know what happens after. Really, it's more like there is no like certain how would I even say this? There isn't like a action-filled dramatic storyline. It's like you're just living along with this man and things happen and then they stop happening, and it's really nice. I like that. It's a really calm read, but it still keeps you on your toes, you know, like I used to have this problem. I mean, I have this problem that I can never get through a book because I either lose interest or I can't, like I want to read, but I just can't pick it up and start reading it, which is called executive dysfunction. And I have it with a lot of things. And I also struggle to stay focused while reading. But with Murakami's works, I struggled to stop reading and to not read, which was such a nice feeling. I thought people just made that up when they were talking about books, but no. And I want to finish it, but I probably will during summer. Like, I really just don't have the time currently. I say I could be reading right now, to be honest. Instead I'm tapping the book. Anyways, I also got a little deck of cards here. This is some sort of card game. They are completely unopened. It's about climate. I don't know if I will open them. I do like the sound of cards, but that is mostly because I'm around it a lot. To be fair, I think I have some sort of old open cards. I really don't want to open this, you know? Though it's like a fresh deck, it would sound so nice. I'll think about it first. That was probably really loud, I'm so sorry. Okay. I'm gonna quickly go and grab and see if I have them. Yes. Okay. I have this really old deck of tarot cards. It is bent. This was my first deck of tarot cards. And I haven't touched it in a long time. I actually find it uncomfortable to hold now because they're really like rough. I bought these off of eBay and I've had them since 8th grade, which was 5 years ago. How did I used to shuffle these when I was younger? Why are they bent? I know that I couldn't do the classic shuffle, which is 2 riffles, 1 strip, 2 riffles. A riffle is when you do it like that, and a strip, I can demonstrate a strip, except I don't have a surface here to do it on, but it is like... How do I do this? This is a strip. Right? I didn't know how to do a strip. Very often I would just take them and I would do something similar to a swim shuffle, and I would just like smear them everywhere and then pick them back up somehow. I also think I oftentimes did something... I'm gonna put you down a little. Something... What the hell? How was I doing it? Something maybe similar to this. I'm just kind of letting them fall. Just shuffling like that. Which often resulted in them falling out. 4 of Cups. I have a different deck, but it's at my parents' place, and honestly, I don't even know what some of the cards are. Because, okay, with this one, what I did like is that it is very clear what is illustrated. Cups, swords, wands, or what was it called? Pentagrams? Was that what they called in the deck? Oh my god, I don't remember. With that deck, some of them I couldn't tell. Yes, this is how I used to shuffle. A deck of playing cards includes 52 cards. There's 4 suits, clubs, hearts, spades, and diamonds. And there's 13 in each suit. King, queen, jack, then there's an ace, and 2 to 10. I can't even smoothly, like, nicely do the sound. Maybe I should open that deck. So sorry. I don't know any magic tricks on cards, but oh my god, a deer and a fawn. That's so cute. A doe and a fawn. Mother of pentacles, not pentagrams, pentacles. You know what? I can show you my favorite tarot cards. Let's do that. Two of Cups, I like. I think it's really cute. You know, it's like a lover's card. The moon. I really like the moon because, in general, I like the moon. So anything associated with the moon, I'm gonna love. Okay, I'm gonna add this card just because I really like deer. Oh my god, there's another one. There's a Daughter of Pentacles as well. 10 of Cups. I like 10 of Cups. I think it's a nice card. Let's see. The High Priestess. Here it's like a tigress. A tigress with like a crystal ball, but in general I like the High Priestess card. It's such like a cool card. Wheel of Fortune. Always get a really like nice safe feeling from that card, and I also really like the Death card. People are often scared of the Death card, but it doesn't mean death. Well, death isn't known as something bad in the spiritual world. It is known as rebirth, transformation, and change, and something positive. That's how I look at life as well. I think death is a wonderful thing. The Sun card. Along with the sun, I also really like the moon. Oh my god, I dropped them. The World, which is a main arcana card. Oh, Seven of Cups. Here I just like the illustration. And also Ace of Cups. I get really good vibes from it. Oh my god, I've been recording for 50 minutes. This is gonna be like a really long video to watch. Mind you, I'm probably not even gonna rewatch it myself. I don't know what any of the sounds I'm getting to experience it as a noise in my room. I think I have my playing cards at my parents' place, but I would love to find them again and show a few things that I know, which are mainly just 2 types of shuffles, and that's it. Maybe a fan. Let's pick a... This is pretty. Now, ASMR videos typically are from 20 to like 30 something minutes. How do they do that? How do they stop? I know there's one creator who often makes like hour-long videos, and man, that's the best. And he's just like yapping while doing ASMR, and I get it. Like, this is pretty like individual. You're just sitting and you're making noises and you're talking about things, and I have a headache. I should take a painkiller. Hold on. I bought them recently because I had ran out. I'm not sure where I put them. Such Thick Books, my thickest book, however, is the one with the hardback. And it is a scientific book of sorts. And it's this like professor talking about something. Honestly, I never figured out what he's even talking about, because he makes sentences. He starts his sentence, right? And he says 3 words. He explains those 3 words, but not really. Like, he just adds to them and explains what he means by them. He starts to explain what he means by them, and then he adds an explanation to that, and then to that he adds another one, and in the end his sentence is 5 rows long, and nobody understands what the fuck he's talking about. I mean, surely, maybe I'm not smart enough, you know? So sorry. I'm gonna take painkiller. Which one should I take? really loud. Oh. I put a lot of Fine On stickers over my water bottle. Oh my god, where's the hairbrush? My stomach is making noises now since I chugged a lot of water. And I hope that it sounds good. You know, another thing we could do is put some hair products in. I have this hair growth stimulant thing. You know, I was hoping that if I were doing ASMR, I'd get tired and get sleepy quickly, but it's almost 3 a.m. and I've been here for an hour. Oh my god, I got it on my... Okay. It smells so nice. It smells like raspberries. I'm so sorry. Boom. Now my hair smells like raspberries. To be fair, if anyone put this on for sleep and just okay, the way I watch ASMR is I turn on a video and I turn the brightness off on my laptop. No headphones, no nothing, just raw. And I turn the brightness off so that my screen is black because MacBooks do that. I lay down on my bed and I go to sleep and I leave it on autoplay usually, and I've woken up to most ridiculous things ever. just this morning I went to sleep at like 4 or 5. Well, I fell asleep at that time and I went to sleep watching, I don't even remember what, but I woke up a few hours later and it was some sort of Dream SMP video, but I don't know who was the streamer. That's really loud. I'm so sorry. I just remembered that some people don't like that. Okay. But it was a streamer I don't even know, and he was like stressing over something, and I don't remember what it was, right? But what he was talking about ended up giving me the worst possible like anxiety dream, like a nervous dream, and I woke up like genuinely like I was stressing, you know, I was stressing for him. And I realized that it's because he's talking in my ear. So I turned it the fuck out. And I turned on like a different ASMR video that was hours long. It was like a compilation of something, I think, I don't know. And I went to sleep with that. And I don't think I woke up again. But yeah. Another time, this was also completely unrelated, but I went to sleep watching a regular ASMR video. I think it was like some sort of hair roleplay. And I kid you not, I woke up to Technoblade. I think it was the video. I think it was titled like Becoming the Richest Man in the World or something. How did I get there? You know? How did I end up getting there? A trigger, an ASMR trigger that I really enjoy, but people just never do it right, is the fishbowl, which Karuna, I think was her name. I think everybody knows who was the creator behind the fishbowl effect. She made it very clear she wants to be credited for it and everything. So if you've never seen it, then it's basically like someone's like talking and explaining something. Suddenly a fishbowl gets put in it. And then you just kind of like, it takes off, it gets taken off, and suddenly you hear everything. I love it so much. Now, I don't know if I did it good, but I really, really like it. But really, the only people that do it right, like the way that I like it, is the creator, Karina Story, I think. But only in like the first 2 videos where she did the fishbowl effect, and she was explaining the story behind it and stuff. But yeah, right here I have like dry oil, just grapefruit. Recent thing I've been seeing on TikTok is some specific creator, Haley, making these like you can only tingle after I get the lid back on videos. I mean, they're really good, you know, like the sounds are so pleasant. The comments, it's all just people making itching jokes and stuff. Which is funny, I mean, but funny if you read it for like 30 seconds and it just starts repeating itself all over. It becomes really boring. I started watching ASMR. How old was I? I think I was like 13. And it was like such a new discovery. Oh my god, it was, you know, before that I would watch stuff like rain sounds, white noise to help you fall asleep, and none of it ever worked. And then I stumbled upon ASMR. I don't remember how, but I found ASMR and I was like, wow, hey, I can fall asleep after a shorter amount of time than usually. Sometimes. It was like the best thing ever. And I started off with the classics, JoJo's ASMR, GB, who else? I don't know. There's a lot of creators out there. Recently I started watching GB again. Just so sweet. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I think when naming the video I should say like, I am really clumsy and I'm very sorry. Oh my god, the oil's already gone. I put a bit of oil, of the dry oil on my fingers. It all absorbed already. I'm so sorry. I was saying, people that are watching this all the way through, I really hope that they're asleep at this point, and the noises just don't matter. I really hope there's no like ads in between this video, or at the end of it, or at the beginning of it, matter of fact. I don't know. I haven't picked ads or anything on my settings at all, but I don't know if YouTube puts ads there anyway. It gets on my nerves the most when you're watching like ASMR to fall asleep and just in the middle of it, you get like a loud ad. It's so annoying. And like if the ads were calm, soft music or something, like okay, that's fine, but they're usually like blasting, you know, they're something like, buy this amazing thing that we came up with. It is so good. It's gonna save your life, save your marriage, give you full custody of your children, and you will be happy and rich. And you're just like, oh my fucking god, shut the hell up. I don't have children, you know? You know what? No, never mind. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. This is my sketchbook. I haven't drawn in it in a long time. Honestly, it's more like a scrapbook. Because I tend to really glue a lot of stuff around and everything. Look at this little drawing of Vaughn that I made. These are so old. These are like a year old right now. The ones that I made. There's some character art. There's this page. I was working with charcoal. I have a really big fear of bugs, to the point I hallucinate them and stuff. But I decided to draw a few moths because I really liked The Last of Us at the time. So I drew moths. I have a thing with spirals. Every time when I'm just mindlessly like scribbling something, I end up scribbling spirals around. And I drew a nice lady here. A lamp. What even is that? Is that a butterfly? I don't know. A crow. I do like this page even now. A year later. I remember I was working on it in a class that I hated. I hated that teacher. She ruined everything for me. I hated her. Every time after her class I would have a migraine. There's these little... I don't really like this. This looks really nice in my opinion. That is an original character that I have. And I still draw her, just digitally mostly now. There's my friend's drawings here as well. I'm gonna cover up the naked lady, but there's more phones here. I'm sorry, such an ugly drawing. But there's more phones here, though. I really like them. Oh, I'm gonna cover up the nakedness again, but oh, that's, oh wait, oh my god, I'm gonna get like banned from YouTube. There's this. I bought a bunch of like oil pastels, and I was playing around with them, sketching around and stuff. I don't really like this anymore. is a sketch for a painting I'm gonna make probably eventually, and I kept going here. There's just a bunch of words on there. I have this here as well. This I did like last night. Okay. I was on the floor and bored. It's so nice. I'm gonna trace stuff over it. Such a cute little flower. I broke something. I unplugged my charger. Oh my god. It's 3 in the morning. What else can I do? I have this old eyeshadow palette. I had been thinking of doing like oh my god, my hands are all covered in crayon now. I had been thinking of filming like a vlog of what I do in a day. But you know, because I don't know, like honestly, I was thinking of just disappearing off the face of the internet. Stop posting altogether and everything. Because really, I do YouTube only when I'm bored. And like have something to say, I guess. I don't know. But and I was thinking of maybe actually like posting something that could be worth watching, and isn't just for me personally, but also for people to see. And I was thinking of doing vlogs, but I realized that currently, literally, all I do is work, school, sleep, work, school, sleep, work, school, sleep. Except I do vlog on like Honkai Star Rail as well. Although I do have like a lot of stories, and to be fair, I think if I were to do a vlog on like a day off or a school day, it could be pretty interesting. But does anyone even watch vlogs? Like, I do rarely, you know. I do really rarely. But there's like creators that I followed purely for their vlogs to eventually like watch them. with myself one day, and he came to me to give me a few kisses and take some pictures with me as well. So maybe he'll want to do an ASMR video with me as well. DJ. I remember when I was a kid, I would often play with my fingers, in the sense that this was the child, this was the one that everybody hated, this was the cool Alpha Sigma, this was the pretty yet nice girl, and they were together, and this was just some random that was friends with this one, and it was like, okay, I guess, based on how much I liked each finger aesthetically, by the way, and I had like stories and everything, and I would like make up so like many storylines with my fingers, right, and just like move around and watch them and stuff, and everything, and I just, children and their brains are so fascinating. The way that kids see the world and how they perceive it, and the way they occupy their brains, it is such a fascinating thing, really. I have worked in a kindergarten daycare before for like a total of 2 months, I think, or I don't know, a month, like a summer job thing. I was helping out, and when I got to interact with the children, it was probably like the best day of my life, like the best part of my not the best day of my life, but the best part of the job, because honestly, you know what I noticed? Children are like worms. Because when you have a worm in front of you, it's always slithering, it's always moving, it's never still, Same way with kids. And I mean, the humans usually are still all the time, but technically, if you were to tell an adult, like, stand still, like, not a single, like, twitch, they're gonna freeze up, most of the time at least. They will, like, okay, and they're gonna try not to move it, anything, right? Children, you tell them to stand still, they will still be moving, they will still be doing things, they will be turning around, talking, they're full of energy, right? I was given a task to watch them, like, keep them in a straight line, while the other, like, nannies put lunch in their, like, the food in the plates and everything. And it's like, okay, everybody, stand still. No one was still. So I turned it into like a little game. I was like playing surgeon or whatever, I was standing still with them, I like clapped my hands to my like legs, and I was like, still. And I would watch them, like in a funny way, and whenever I saw someone, I'd be like, you, still, and they found it really fun. They were having fun. And the thing is, they were still. Almost. I noticed that when none of their body parts were moving, they like were standing still. They were turning their eyes around. But the thing that gave me the association about worms was how, like one kid, they were smiling, and I saw their tongue move inside their mouth, like just around. They were just moving their mouth, like tongue, inside their mouth. I don't think the mouth was even open. Like, I just saw like that, that this kid is moving their tongue. How do you think of that? You're told to stand completely still, and to somehow rebel, to somehow move something, you're moving your tongue. It was so funny.